Welcome to Applaud Tutorials. In this guide, we'll take you through all aspects of the form block feature and how to use it to boost employee engagement and satisfaction. A form is built using properties from a model. Each input field of your form is based on one of your model properties. A quick look at the Employee Benefits template functionality shows that we have created benefits for the Benefits Catalog page, using the benefit form, which relates to the benefit model. To create a form block, you first need to create a model with properties for the fields you need. In this example, we're using a model for knowledge articles. The form block feature is only available on pages, so create a new one or use an existing one to host your block. Our knowledge-based content is great if you need a reminder on the prerequisite steps. On your page, select Add Content. Select Form from the Content dialog box. Give your form a meaningful title, as you might need to refer back to this in future configurations. In this example, we're using content from the Knowledge Articles template for inspiration. Select the model that you created or want to use for this form. When you're happy with your choices, select Save. Choose a property field you would like to carry over to your form. Deleting properties from this field does not delete them from your model. If you want to include properties from another model, select Allow related models to be updated in the same form. Your additional model must have a foreign key property relating to this model, or it won't appear on the list. We use this feature in the leave templates, including annual leave, to update the absence daily breakdown model when time off is requested. With form interactions, we can hide and show fields and set values when specific conditions are met. We'll come back to this later. Select Continue. You're now in the design form stage. You can get back to the previous step at any point by selecting the step icon. If you choose to make any of your fields invisible to the end user, you can clear their visibility from the build entirely by unchecking Show Hidden Fields. The order of your properties is determined by the order of your properties from the Choose Data section, and this is taken from the model itself. You can change this to improve the flow of your form for your end users. For illustrative purposes, select any field from your form. Now drag and drop it to another spot. This is the simplest way to reorder your form fields. You'll see a success message each time you do this. From this section, you can also edit your property fields and add more content, including a custom submit button. We'll cover this later. Select Continue. In the additional configuration stage, you can add an action button to your form. This can be linked to any internal or external page. In this example, we're using it to provide the end user with further guidance using an external URL resource. If you want to hide your block title from end users, clear the Show the Title and Header bar field. This also removes your action button. Preferred width determines the span of your form across the page. Your choice may be affected by your page layout settings. Choose a background colour for your block or skip the field to leave it white. As well as the colour, you can control the opacity. Control the visibility of your block with the Hide On field. You could use this feature if you're designing a shorter alternative form block for different devices, like mobile phones. With the Hide or Show this block using filters feature, you can determine the visibility of your block based on specific conditions being met. For illustrative purposes, we're using this feature to hide the block for employees. With submission settings, you can change the submission button and redirect your users to another page after submitting the form. We'll take a look at this later. When you're happy with your choices, select Submit. You can configure form interactions at any point in the creation and editing process. Select Add Interaction. Enter a title for your interaction and choose whether this interaction should apply to creating or updating a record. Set conditions for your interaction to take effect. In this example, we don't need to set conditions as this interaction is already restricted to updating records. Actions determine what happens when your conditions are met. In this example, we're using setAttribute to target the template field and hide it. For further guidance on actions, check out our knowledge base content. In the knowledge article form from the knowledge articles template, we use the following interactions, including defaults for title and content body when the how-to template is selected. As you can see, our form block needs some more work. You can edit blocks at any time with the settings icon. You can move between the configuration stages and make any necessary amendments. If you've decided you no longer need a field, you can delete it from the Choose Data or Design Form sections. If you need to make changes to a field, select it and select the pencil icon. This opens the Edit Field dialog box. In this example, we're editing a text field. With the input type, the user can enter alphanumeric text in a standard format. With password, the user enters information in a password-like format, and selects the eye icon to toggle between showing and hiding the data. This is ideal if you need end users to submit information that might be sensitive. With text area, the user types freely into a large text box. When you select this option, the Allow Rich Text Entry option appears. This type is perfect if you have a field that requires an in-depth response, for example, the body field for knowledge articles. When ready, choose how you want your label field to appear. Inherit from Model Property uses a property name for the field. With Override, you can completely change the field label. With Hide, you can hide the field label from the user. You might do this when adding a placeholder to appear in the field before a user enters any data. To hide a field from users, clear the visible option. Clear enabled to make the field read-only. And assist the user with help text. For a comprehensive list on how to edit all field types, check out the Edit Fields section of the knowledge base. Optionally, you can add additional content to your form with the Add Content feature. One of the most common uses for this feature is adding a custom submit button. Scroll down to find your new addition. Select it and select Edit. Enter an ID for the API. and for button label, enter what you want to see on the button. We're leaving visible and enable checked as we want to use this button rather than the default one. Then choose between regular and circular action. Regular has two variations: normal and light. This is a circular action button. Choose a colour for your button, then add an icon. Using this window, we can redirect the user to another page after hitting the submit button. In this example, we're redirecting to the home page from the template of the same name. To ensure this works as expected, we need to head to Submission Settings of the additional configuration stage. The default button needs a label and weight so we can hide it from end users. Select Update and your custom button is ready. We use the text field option in the Start Journey form from the Journeys template, alongside a form interaction to determine its value and when it appears. We cover link divider and field group in our knowledge base content. Make any other necessary changes and select Update. Remember, you can come back to this at any time. In this example, we've linked the form page to a custom call to action button on another page. This unites content, streamlines navigation, and makes it easier for users to access the form. Now you've got to grips with forms, check out other instances where we use them on the Applaud platform to improve the user experience. Head over to the Templates section and install Employee Directory and Global People Search. The Edit Person page comes with a pre-configured form for entering employee records. The data you enter here is stored in the person model and is viewed with a list block. In this example, that's the pre-made employee directory. The job board template contains a form for hiring managers and super users to post new vacancies from the Vacancies dashboard. Employee Documents uses a form for adding policies, contracts, guides and reviews, for example, a job description or annual performance review. You can link this to an employee with the Employee Document form. Leave templates demonstrate how forms and interactions can be used together to streamline the process of completing a form based on a user's specific needs. In the Request Volunteer Day plan, we use interactions to automatically set the leave plan to volunteering, rather than the employee needing to select it manually. And when you record sickness, an interaction is used to request more detail when other is selected. Congratulations, you successfully completed this tutorial. Learn more at Applaud Academy or check out our knowledge base at support.applaudsolutions.com.